Do you remember the past of verb to be? And do you know what a regular verb is? And what about an irregular verb? Do you know what it is? So, this is what we're going to find out in today's video. Hello everyone and welcome to English, simple and easy. How are you today? Today we are going to talk about the simple past. And when I teach the simple past to my students, I divide it into three parts. So the first part is verb to be. Do you remember verb to be in the past? So let's revise it. I was, you were, he was, she was, it was, we were, they were, right? So this is verb to be in the past. So let's have a look at the sentence, okay? She was a teacher, all right? So this is a sentence in the past using verb to be. So how do we transform that sentence in the past with verb to be into a question? It's very easy because as you have verb to be, you just have to invert it. So the question goes like this: was she a teacher? Right? Okay, because you have verb to be, it's a strong verb, so you can just invert it, okay, and transform the affirmative into a question. And then if you want to transform the affirmative into the negative, again, you just use verb to be, all right? So it goes like this: she wasn't a teacher, all right? So this was the first part. Now, the second part, we see the regular verbs. Now, regular verbs are verbs, actions that we transform them into the past by adding ed at the end. So verbs like worked, studied, watched, finished, closed, opened, okay, visited. All these verbs are regular verbs because they are all transformed into the past just by adding ed at the end. So let's have a look at a sentence, and the sentence is: he worked yesterday. You see there? Worked. That's a regular verb because the verb, we put the verb into the past just using ed, okay? And then how do you transform the affirmative in the past into a question? Now, the question, the sentence doesn't have verb to be, so we can't use verb to be to turn it into a question. So we need an extra verb, we need an auxiliary verb. Now, do you remember, for the present we use do and does. That's the extra or auxiliary verb for the present, okay, for questions and the negative. But in the past we use did, okay, for the questions, and we use didn't for the negative. So let's have a look at the sentence: he worked yesterday, and then we transform it into a question like this: did he work? And then the verb goes back to the original. This is very important to remember, okay? Did he work yesterday? So in the question you don't need ed because you already have the extra verb indicating that it's a question. Did he work yesterday? And then in the negative in the past goes like this: he didn't. You can say did not if you want to sound a little bit more formal, okay, but here we are using the contraction. He didn't work, again the verb in the original, he didn't work yesterday. So that's how we use the past, okay, with the regular verbs and with did and didn't. And then the last part, okay, that I teach my students, and I'm teaching you here in this video, the last part is with irregular verbs. Now, with irregular verbs, we don't use ed to transform them into the past. As the name says, they are totally irregular, okay? So they are very different. So we have verbs like go, went, do, did, see, saw, write, wrote, take, took, have, had. So as you can see from the list, they are totally irregular. And the way to learn them is to memorize a list. I know that a lot of people don't like to memorize the irregular verbs, but unfortunately, if you want to speak good, correct, fluent English, you need to memorize the list of irregular verbs, all right? But you can do it gradually, and then step by step, you learn all of them or most of them, okay? So let's have a look at this sentence here. They saw a film last night. Okay, you see the sentence there? They saw a film last night. And saw is an irregular verb. Okay, it's the past of see. So see is the original verb. And then how do you transform it into a question? Now that's easy. Again, we don't have verb to be, so we can't use verb to be there. So we have to use did and didn't. Okay, so let's transform that sentence into a question. Did they see? See again, the verb goes back to the original. Did they see a film last night? Okay, and then the negative is they didn't. See, they didn't see, the verb goes back to the original again. They didn't see a film last night. All right, so there you have it. So you have the simple past divided into 3 parts. So first you have the past using verb to be, and we don't need did or didn't, okay? And then we have the past using regular verbs that are transformed into the past using ed at the end, and then the past using irregular verbs that you have to memorize the list. All right, so this was today's video. I hope that you have enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to leave your like, your comment, and subscribe to the channel as well. Okay, and remember, enjoy your English. Bye.